Hey, set your mind right now. Nothing before this matters. We came here with everything still on the line. Everything you wanted in the offseason is still out in front of us. What would you give for that moment right now? Let's go, man.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Great players, they have a great organization, and you tell them one thing.
What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Alex. I am back with another video for you guys. The Las Vegas Raiders, we lost to the LA Chargers 24-19. We are 0-1 to start this 2022 NFL season. I'm going to give my quick thoughts and opinions on this matchup. Before I get started on that though, anybody that's new to the channel and you guys love Raiders related content like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. With that being said, let's jump right into it. And holy shit, man, this game was a roller coaster ride throughout the whole way. I think the main takeaway you got to take from this game is the offense. They definitely struggled. And look, before this game even started, look, I'm not shocked that we lost to the Chargers, but I am kind of surprised on how bad at times our offense looked, especially with the amount of talent we have. I definitely saw us maybe struggling a little bit to start the season. You got to think about it. We have a whole new offensive playbook we have implemented. Also, the defensive side of football, new scheme entirely. A lot of new personnel. So I can see we got a lot of moving pieces with this team. I can see how we can get to a slow start. A lot of our starters didn't even play in the preseason, but at the end of the day, with this offense, you got to look at it. 3 interceptions by Derek Carr. He got sacked 6 times. This O-line, look, I understand it's only 1 weekend, but it seems like this offensive line may be another issue for us this season as it was last season, which makes you question why we didn't bring in a little bit more offensive line help during the offseason. That right tackle spot specifically really struggled in this game. Jermaine Illuminor and Thayer Munford, it didn't really matter who was in there. They were getting beat most of the time. And Khalil Mack, I think he had 3 sacks, which, man, that was fucking disgusting to see. Khalil Mack just get after Derek Carr time after time in that ugly-ass blue Chargers uniform. So not only was Derek Carr getting a lot of pressure when we had to step back and throw the ball, we struggled to run the ball early in this game. I was going to anticipate we're going to run heavily this game, especially with the amount of running backs we had. We struggled to start this game. We got a little bit better towards the end, but, that was really when the score was lopsided at one point, and we had to, for the most part, throw the ball back into this game. And just overall, this game was a little bit weird for me because after Derek Carr threw that 3rd interception where he underthrew Hunter Renfrow, to me it looked like this game was going to get out of hand. I thought we were going to get blown out, but the defense made some big plays to keep us in this game, especially Nate Hobbs. He made a fantastic play on 3rd and short to get the Chargers offense off the field. And this was, I think it gave us all a little bit of hope that we might somehow, some way win this fucking game. The offense had the ball down 24-19. If you can get a touchdown drive here, that could essentially seal the win for us. And what happens? Derek Carr gets sacked on 3rd down. After that, we have to go for on 4th and 8. Derek Carr gets sacked once again. He fumbles, but we recover. And at that point, the game was essentially over. So overall on offense, I think there's a lot of improvement that can be done to this team. At times, I love that Davante Adams had a hell of a game, but at times it seemed like he was force-feeding Davante Adams. And in this offense, there should be no reason for that. We got so many weapons. We don't have to rely on Davante Adams. I would have liked to see Hunter Renfrow get a little bit more involved. Waller had a decent game, but just in general, I would have liked to see our running backs in the passing game get a little bit more involved. And another thing, too, is Mack Hollins. We basically need that second wide receiver opposite of Davante Adams to make some fucking plays, to contribute in some way. I didn't see Mack Hollins make really any big play on offense. So yeah, it was nice to see Davante Adams have a hell of a game, but I would have liked to see a little bit more variety to keep the defense on their toes. But, you know, I'm not going to put this loss entirely on Derek Carr. He definitely struggled, but this offensive line did not help him. And, you know, that was a big concern for me going into this offseason. That right tackle spot, we didn't address it in free agency. We hardly addressed it in the draft. I mean, we got a later round pick in Thayer Munford, but we can't really rely on that guy to just step in and take over that spot. We still haven't addressed it to this moment, so I'm still concerned about that. And not only that, too, Josh McDaniels, I mean, I understand it's his first game and everything, but, you know, the play calling could have been a little bit better. Now, all I've been hearing about with Josh McDaniels during this offseason is this guy is some type of quarterback guru who will be able to take Derek Carr to the next level. You know, a real offensive play caller that compared to John Gruden. That's what I kept hearing. But, you know, at times it seemed like the play calling was a little bit vanilla to me. And then, I mean, of course, the biggest highlight is that very strange play that he called like a flea flicker. I think they handed it off to Devontae Adams, and they had Derek Carr blocking Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa with one fucking arm, you know, destroyed that fucking play. And that was a big play, man. We were driving. We were basically in field goal range. I mean, there's no excuse for that play call. It was a terrible play call, and I think the worst part of that was it absolutely killed that drive. We could have at least had 3 points. After that, we had to settle. But on the bright side, although this offense definitely struggled at times with 3 interceptions, all the sacks, we were still in a position to win this game. We only lost by 5 points. So, and overall, I think we played a pretty sloppy game for the most part. We were very rusty. We had a very slow start, and we were still within a couple of plays of winning this game. So that gives me a little bit more reassurance with this team. But at the end of the day, I think this loss, I think you got to give it the Chargers. They played a better game than us. They were more prepared. And it just feels like we had so many moving parts going into this game with the new system, the new regime, everything like that. It just wasn't our night. At the end of the day, I would not hit the panic button with this team, guys. Look, we all know these first 5 weeks are going to be very tough. We got a very tough start to this season, but if we can get out this stretch somewhere 3-2, 2-3 at the worst, we'll be fine going into the later part of the season, where it definitely is going to ease up and this team's going to build more momentum. But I think this loss to the LA Chargers, our divisional rivals, should really give us a big wake-up call to Josh McDaniels, to this new regime that, you know, look, I understand we did a lot of good moves during this offseason, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter anymore. We got a good team on paper, yes, but we have to figure out a way to translate that into the field, into victories, because we are 0-1 now. Really got to have a lot of urgency going into week 2 against the Arizona Cardinals. And look, the Arizona, they came off a big loss as well. They don't want to go 0-2 as well. So, you know, next week is going to be a big matchup for us. We also have a lot of work that needs to be done going into this season. But yeah, Raider Nation, those are my thoughts and opinions on this week 1 loss to the LA Chargers. You know, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this game. Once again, like I said, a game that we struggled. It should be a big wake-up call for us. But at the end of the day, I'm still not going to hit the panic button, guys. This is a long season. There's a lot of football ahead of us. And look, I'd rather lose to these fucking Chargers in week 1 than lose to them in the last game of the season. It was the same kind of scenario last season, right? We lost to them early, but we won the game that was important. So let's keep that trend going. There's a lot of work to be done for this team. And like I said, it's a long season. But Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys in today's video. Anybody that is new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And once again, comment down below what you guys thought of this game. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.